Would it be better if you shared your whole screen?
As we get ready to go green flag racing here at Lucas Oil for the first time tonight. 8 laps in heat racing. Win this race, you will start pole position as you see the pace car pull off, leaving the field in the hands of Kyle Thayer. Ray Andrews holding tight on that outside line.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. Ray Andrews with a strong start on that top outside row. Thayer fighting back to the inside, makes some light contact. Ray Andrews losing a lot of momentum, letting Strang get back to the bottom of it, inside of him. Andrews fighting back though, holding Strang off, looking to the inside of Thayer in turn 3. Trying to take the lead away as Thayer gets sideways and goes around off the nose of the 13 car. Strang got into the back side of him. No cautions in heat races. That's going to allow the 21 car to the lead. Ray Andrews is somehow held on to second place. Austin Strang in third place here, and I'm not sure what's going on with my overlays. They are not working the way they are supposed to be. Not providing this information that I am asking of it. I do apologize. Not sure what is going on here, but overlay not working correctly. We still have Mick Olsen in the lead. Kyle Thayer, Ray Andrews are both on pit road. Mick Olsen almost 8 full seconds ahead of second place here as we got 5 laps remaining in this race. Do apologize for the issue with the overlay. We'll have to see if it works for heat race number 2 here, but Mick Olsen still out over an 8-second lead now over Austin Strang. We only got 2 cars remaining on track. Ray Andrews, Kyle Thayer having issues midway through the race. And they are both sitting on pit road right now. Olsen looking good to snag that pole position for our 75 lap feature here. With Austin Strang going to be starting just behind him on that inside row. Two laps remaining. About a lap and a half now for Mick. Over 8-second lead back to second and gaining as we see Strang having issues coming off turn 2. Really losing time to the leader that time by. White flag is in the air now for Olofsson. As he comes to 3 and 4 for the last time in this heat race, taking the checkered flag, Mick Olofsson winning heat race number 1. Showing off a little bit across the line. As we have Austin Strang now coming off, coming off of turn 4 across the line. And that will be heat race number 1. Mick Olofsson in the top dog position there. Austin Strang finishing second. Now let's get ready for heat race number 2. As we take a look at our starting lineup for that one. Matt Moreau in that number 38 car will be starting pole position. Justin Walbring in second place with Tim Rourke starting third. Appears I will be corrected once again here. We only have 7 cars for this event. Walbring not having a good race to begin with in the heat race, or in the dirt race earlier tonight. Having a good start in the heat race, rough run in the feature. Hoping to turn that luck around here in the asphalt side of things at Lucas Oil. Matt Moreau does not race on the dirt series, but has made every race so far, as does Tim Rourke in the asphalt races. As we get ready to go green flag racing here in heat race number 2. Matt Moreau in that catbird position. Walbring outside of him. Hopefully our overlays will work properly this time as we get ready to see the pace car returning to pit road. Matt Moreau, Justin Walbring, nice and even, up on that front row, green flag in the air. Walbring again with a good start on that outside line. Not quite able to clear Matt Moreau going into turn 1 though. Moreau washing up just a little bit. Still side by side for the lead. Give it to Walbring going into turn 3. He's just able to clear that 38 Dodge Avenger. Tim Rourke sliding back on that start. He is 0.8 of a second off our leader right now. Matt Moreau trying to keep that 666 car honest though. Looking to the outside. Walbring running defensively down the back straight. Walbring a little slow on the entry into turn 3. That allows that 38 to get outside of him. As they are side by side down the front straightaway, Walbring had the lead cross the line. Matt Moreau sneaking just ahead. Big fight here for the lead right now. 3 cars. Matt Moreau took the lead away down the back straightaway, clearing that 666. Tim Rourke to the outside. These guys are making that outside line work. Justin Walbring from the lead to 3rd place in the space of half a lap there. 5 laps remaining in this heat race. Matt Moreau to the front of the field. Tim Rourke trying to find a way to get around him. Walbring, the big loser in that exchange there. He is now fallen off the pace. He is 0.8 of a second back. 6 behind second. And we got to fight for the lead right now. Rourke looking to make a move. Looking low, trying to get a run off the bottom of that track going down the front straightaway. Not able to make it happen that time across. In fact, he gets a little bit of the outside wall, but great run into turn 1. running that outside line is at 38. 3 laps remaining, having to hold off a hard charging 44 car. We haven't seen a lot of action out of that 44 team here so far this season, but he is making a lot of noise in this heat race. Cross that line this time by here, Matt Moreau running a 24.64, Tim Ruark a 10th faster, 24.55. 2 laps going as we got Ruark looking to the bottom, side by side, washing up, making contact, coming out of turn 4 here. Matt Moreau using that momentum on the outside, getting the white flag this time. 1 lap to go. Tim Ruark trying to make the move for the lead. Matt holding strong, holding off that hard charge. Tim with a last-ditch attempt, coming through 3 and 4 for the last time. Matt Moreau is going to hold him off, take the win in heat race number 2. Tim Ruark hard charging, trying everything he can, looking to the bottom of that track, trying to make the pass. Having to settle for 2nd place, Justin Walbring bringing up the back of this pack as we get ready to start the final race of the night, going into our feature race. Let's take a look at our starting lineup. Mick Olofsson will be on pole position by virtue of winning heat race number 1. Matt Moreau holding off a strong charging Tim Ruark will be starting 2nd. Austin Strang will be inside row 2 with Tim Ruark on his outside. Ray Andrews row 3 in position number 5 with Justin Walbring on his outside. Bringing up the back of this pack, Kyle Thayer in that 89 car, as we see the pace car pulling them off onto the track to start the first. The first of our 2 should be 1 lap before we go green flag racing. We have seen the outside line hold strong going into turn 1 beginning these races, but the inside line seems to prevail initially. See if the same holds true, or if Matt Moreau can make that outside line work like he was in the heat race. Pace car pulls off. We are now in the hands of Mick Olofsson on pole position for this feature race. Getting ready to go green flag here. It's a long ways through 3 and 4 before that flagman hands out that flag.
Green flag, green
and
flag.
The green is in the air. Matt Moreau a little slow off the line. He might have missed a shift there. Checks up that entire outside line, allows Austin Strang to take advantage, move up into 2nd position. Olofsson out to an early lead, but not for long. Strang looking to the bottom. Olofsson moving out to the lead though. Matt Moreau looking to retake 2nd on that outside line. Definitely want to be running that higher line here once you get single file. A little further back in the pack, the first 3 are about single file, but 4th on back is a mess. Tim Ruark holding on to 4th place. He's got Ray Andrews, Justin Walbring right behind him. Walbring on the outside of Andrews right now, but Andrews able to pull up and clear that 666 car. 6 looked to the bottom there, had to move back up to keep that 89 of Thayer in check. And behind him, back up front though, we have new 2nd place car, Matt Moreau, up to 2nd beyond or past Austin Strang. And he is looking to try to catch that 21 car and make a move. but not quite able to get there. Tim Ruark, in fact, looking to the bottom of that 33 car, making the move on the inside. In fact, Strang getting mobbed right now. Andrews looking to get position, and does. And Walbring looking to follow Andrews through. And Walbring not able to do, having to pull back up. Ruark, though, making a big move on that 33 car. Ray Andrews taking advantage of that 33 being slowed down. Now up to 3rd and 4th respectively. Back up front, Mick Olofsson still in the lead. In fact, he's able to open up a small little gap again ahead of Matt Moreau. About 3.5 tenths of a second. Matt Moreau, though, cannot breathe easy. He's got to look up in that rear view mirror and see 2 cars right on his back bumper. In fact, Tim is there. Looking to that outside line, looking to get some momentum, but he's got Ray Andrews looking to the bottom. Ray pulling back up, trying to do the reverse crossover. Nothing doing there, though. Andrews with some really good mid-corner speed, able to get his nose down to the inside of that 44, just cannot hold it on exit. Strang, Walbring, and Thayer at the back of this pack, pretty evenly spaced at the moment. No advantage anywhere here, but you see 3 different lines. Walbring right to that extreme outside. Strang kind of somewhere in the middle, and Kyle Thayer tried to go to the bottom of the track to no avail. He is closing that gap, though, a little bit on that 666 car, 4th-6th place. Not a whole lot doing there, though. Right now, this is our biggest battle. 10 laps into our race. Tim Ruark still trying to battle for position. In fact, he's going to lose out, though. That move costing him 2nd place. Or, sorry, 3rd place. Ray Andrews now in 3rd. Ruark trying to make a move to the extreme low end of the track, right to the yellow line. Cost him a bunch of momentum. Ray Andrews taking advantage of that mistake. Taking full advantage and taking 3rd place away, taking that final podium position. Strang falling back a little bit, though. He has opened a gap from him to Walbring, but losing touch with that lead battle ahead of him. Kyle Thayer not able to close in any on Walbring. In fact, that gap has opened up just a little bit since we last looked back on these skies. But Mick right now out to the lead from the start, has not looked back. The battle has been for 2nd on back this entire race so far, 13 laps in. Matt Moreau has been reeling him in just a little bit. Last time across the line, Mick was ran a 24.84 or 8.1. Matt almost 2 tenths faster at a 24.65. Matt Moreau putting down some better lap times than Mick right now. See what they are this time across the line. Mick with a 24.79, Matt with a 24.73, so closer, quite a bit closer this time, but Matt still just that little bit faster. Ray Andrews, after making that pass for 3rd, has not been able to close the gap to 2nd, but has not been able to get away from Tim Ruark there in 4th either. Tim looking to come back from that mistake that he made, try to make a very aggressive move to the inside. costing himself a couple of positions, looking to try to make some of them back right now. Tim still working on that back bumper. Not really able to get much closer than he has been though. That gap between the two stayed at about that car length gap. 17 laps into this race, now 18. Back up front, Matt Moreau is still running slightly faster than that 21 car. About a tenth of a second the last time across the line. Now Mick is running to that lower line. I don't know if Mick wants to do that. Matt running about a car width higher. Matt is on that back bumper out to the extreme. The Kyle Larson line up against that outside wall. Did not appear to make contact with it at least, but that has cost him a little bit of time. He was on the back bumper of that 21. Now there's about 2 car lengths between the two of them. As we come across the line for lap 20, Matt Moreau still battling hard with our leader Mick Olsen. Ray Andrews still holding on to third place over Tim Ruark. Austin Strang's looking back and has that 666 machine of Justin Walbring right in his rearview mirror. Kyle Thayer has fallen off just a little bit. He is quite a ways back off of 6th place. Over a second between the two of them. But right now, this is the battle for the lead. Matt Moreau trying everything he can to close that gap. Has managed to do it a couple of times, but has not been able to make any kind of move to capitalize on that extra speed that he's been running. In fact, that time by, Matt was a little bit slower. 24.92 to Mick's 24.88. Has Mick been saving tires? Or has Matt been running too hard on his tires? We still got a long ways to go. We're not even halfway into this race yet. Got a pass for position here. Walbring making the move on Strang. But Strang not giving it up easy. Walbring on the outside, Strang on the bottom. Definitely do not want to get inside of another car here. That outside line is just carrying way too much momentum for that lower line to be able to hold on to. Your best bet might be, if you're trying to make it pass to the inside, is to try and hope you can pull a slide drop. Dive way to the inside hard and slide up in front of the car you're passing and hope you destroy his momentum. But even still, I don't know if that is much of an option here.
Yellow flag is out.
As you see Mick pulling off pit road. Luckily enough for him, Austin Strang, Ray Andrews, Kyle Thayer all on pit road as well. Probably not going to cost him a whole lot in positions. So he's still got a chance at running in. But why don't we bring in this the race winner from earlier tonight, Hunter Wellman. Hunter, can you hear me?
I can.
Hunter, you asked to come in and join us in the broadcast booth here, so we ran a quick test to make sure that we were where we needed to be. What do you think of the race so far right now, Hunter?
I think it's going pretty good. With the longer race laps than we do in dirt, it's really going to come down to how you pace yourself and how you save those tires. This caution changed pretty much everything for these guys tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And we see Mick playing a hard game here, strategy-wise. Went in to change some tires out by the looks of it. The guys in front of him running on older rubber. Do you think he's going to be able to run away now?
He definitely could. Who knows? Another yellow could change it.
Well, and that's that's definitely what it could be.
5 laps ago, before this caution came out, we don't know what his tires could have looked like. Everybody could have caught him by about lap 60.
Mick not being patient, he is pushing that 38 out ahead of Tim Ruark, who is in second right now. Those two cars did not pit. Everyone behind them did. As we see Mick looking to make it 3 wide going into turn 1. Tim Ruark backs out, does not want to play with that. Mick definitely has a faster car right now. Hunter, what are you seeing?
Oh, I'm seeing Matt Rowe almost. Oh, there he goes. Big wreck in turn 4.
Big wreck. We are definitely going to see a caution.
Yellow, yellow,
There
yellow.
it is. I was kind of waiting. There's no way that was not going to be a caution. We saw Mick Olsen make an aggressive move on the restart. And then going into the corner a lap or so later. Oop, that was not the button I wanted to hit, but going into the corner, he makes just slight contact with that back corner of that 38 and sends him around. Matt Moreau almost had it saved, but traffic coming up behind had nowhere to go. Everyone but Walbring behind them getting a piece of that crash. This is going to change the complexion of this race entirely now.
Oh, definitely. You have a bunch of cars with damage out there. That's going to hurt their aero.
Yeah, and I mean, we're a short track with a short track car. Aerodynamics aren't a huge factor, but they do come into play ever so slightly. But we see here now, it's not just affecting the cars involved in the crash. Mick Olsen, as causing that caution, he has been given the end-of-line penalty for starting that accident.
Yeah, unfortunate for those two involved. I believe Mick just overestimated his new tires a little bit. Might not have been waiting to get them up to temps.
You want to know the big beneficiary of this whole turn of events here? That 89 car, Kyle Thayer. Kyle is now up to the lead. Before this round of cautions, he was at the back of the pack, tail end Charlie, and not a factor in this race. Now he's up there leading laps.
And he was out there real competitive on the dirt side. Let's see what he can do out here at Lucas Oil.
We see Matt Moreau coming to pit road here. Probably looking to maybe get some fresh rubber and fix some of the damage he caught in that incident. Ray Andrews back up into third position now after everything settles out from that incident. Tim Ruark in second. Looking at these cars, Hunter, I don't see anything really crazy for damage, and these mini stocks are known for being very tough cars.
Yeah, the mini stocks are very tough. What I'm concerned about is what's underneath. Uh, Mig or any of the other cars could have some wheel damage that'll really affect their cornering speed.
Well, and that's that is the biggest issue with any car that you race. They can be built tough as nails. You tweak your toe just a couple of eighths of an inch, and your car will just be a completely different animal on that racetrack.
I sure hope most of them made it off scot-free, but we'll see on this upcoming restart.
Absolutely. I didn't see any too much side hits, but a lot of front hits as the pace car pulls off here, leaving the field in the hands of Kyle Thayer. Tim Rourke on his outside. Ray Andrews in third with Austin Strang fourth. Mick Olofsson, Justin Walbring, and we got Matt Moreau trying to catch up to the field. As we go green flag racing once again just over the halfway point in this race. Good start for Kyle Thayer. Pulled out to an early lead, but Rourke holding him honest on that outside line. Still side by side going into turn 3. Tim Rourke out there holding Kyle Thayer as Kyle Thayer goes around.
Yellow flag is out.
Everyone avoids action there. Matt Moreau caught just the tail end of that. I don't know if Matt caught the inside wall. Kyle Thayer getting sideways as we go to the All the Dirt instant replay here. I don't think Kyle had any help there. Maybe some slight contact with that 44, but that car just turned on him.
I'm thinking it was either cold tires or maybe a flat spot on one of those rears.
It could be. I think Kyle is still on the original tires he started the race with. But I think that was just overdriving the car, trying to gain that position as we see Thayer on pit road that has handed the lead to that 44 car, Tim Rourke. Ray Andrews, we haven't heard a whole heck of a lot out of him. Ray's kind of one of those quiet racers, though. You don't hear a lot about or from him, and all of a sudden he is there.
Oh, definitely. He's usually a dark horse in these asphalt races. We'll have to see what he can do.
And we see Tim Rourke pulling off the track onto pit road from the lead. This is an interesting call on that 44's part, but we are early enough in the race. We're, like I said, just early or just over halfway now. He is definitely going to be playing that tire strategy, I think.
I don't know if I would pull that kind of strategy from the lead. I do know those mid-pack and tail-end guys, that would definitely be a good option for them.
Well, when you're pitting from the lead, definitely not the best idea. Maybe, I don't know what tire or wear is like here, but maybe he figures that drop-off is enough to justify going to the back of the pack for the restart.
I could certainly see it. Maybe he feels with the caution that the gap will be small enough for him to make back up.
That, or maybe he's anticipating more cautions as we see him pulling back onto the track just ahead of the pace car. That is the downside to pitting on a short track in these lower class cars. They do not pull the NASCAR style pit stops. They are not fast, as we see Mick Olofsson giving that 13 car a little push, a little how do you do.
Yeah, Mick is very determined to win this one.
Well, Mick was in control of the beginning of this race. Had an unfortunate incident sending him to the back of the pack, starting a major melee there. He has been able to recuperate fairly decently here. See what he can do on the restart as we got Ray Andrews and Austin Strang on that front row. Outside line definitely prevailing, and they are fairly even off the start on that front row. Although Strang prevailing on the outside there through 1 and 2. Strang to the lead. Ray Andrews falling into second place here. Mick Olofsson looking to try to make some ground back up and get back to the lead there. But Walbring right on his back bumper there. I don't think you could have slid a sheet of paper between those two there.
got a good 4-car battle right here. Let's see. Oh, Mick goes to the inside. He's going to try to take the position away from Ray.
Ray definitely having that preferred outside line, though. Although he gets into the wall, gets into that 21, that's no caution. They all keep it going straight, but that causes Walbring to get all kinds of sideways. He's going to have to forfeit the position to Matt Moreau.
That is your worst fear as a racer right there, getting loose right on the front stretch.
Exactly.
Not only for the cars involved, but even for Justin Walbring behind. He had to avoid all that.
And Walbring ended up paying the ultimate price as far as anyone out there. Ray only lost the position. So did Walbring, but Walbring was in the hunt there. He could have had a chance at that second place finish. Don't count Walbring out, though. He is looking to the inside. Looked like he got a little bit too loose, got that back end hanging out there that time out through 3 and 4.
He's looking low on the 38. You give him a few laps, we'll have a battle right there.
With what we've seen so far in this race, I don't know that that bottom line is the go-to. Most of the green flag passes we've seen happen tonight have been on the outside. Walbring definitely faster at this point than that 38 car. But like I said, I don't know that that inside line is going to be the answer. But right now, 5 cars under a blanket for the lead. Austin Strang in the lead. Mick Olsen right there in that red and white car. Ray Andrews in that dark color car there, the black and red and white car. He is fighting Matt Moreau in that white and black car. Walbring at the very back of this group. Rurik has fallen off a lot. He is currently 3 seconds behind this group as we see Mick Olsen going around fighting for the lead. Keeps it straight.
Austin.
Stay green.
Austin gave him a big tap coming out of 4.
But look at who is now at the fucking lead. And I do apologize for my language there, but Ray Andrews, we do not talk about that man leading races very often, and look at him right there out the front, ahead of Matt Moreau, 4/10 of a second ahead. 25 laps remaining in this race.
He was really able to capitalize off of Austin Strain and Mick getting together out of turn 4.
Absolutely. Those two got together, got themselves slowed down and sideways. Mick Olsen, Austin Strang, and Andrews out to that outside and around. Matt Moreau also capitalizing on that mistake. Right now, we're seeing Mick being the biggest loser down to that bottom wall, going around him. But we still have a fight. Matt Moreau at the front, trying to take the lead away from Andrews. Matt losing a little bit of momentum that time coming out of the corner. Put the gap back to about 2 car lengths over from Ray Andrews, but Matt, I do believe, has a bit of a faster car. But this is a cluster going on right here, third on back.
Yeah, the 666 of Justin Walbring and the 21, they're going at it for 4th place right now. We'll have to see what Justin does coming into turn 1 here.
Well, Mick seems to be very committed to that lower line. I'm surprised that Justin's not able to use that momentum on the higher side as we have a battle for the lead again. Matt Moreau is now side by side with Ray Andrews. Ray, maintaining that momentum on the outside, will retain the lead across the line this time by.
I don't think he can get the run off the bottom like Ray is.
All night, we have not seen that inside prevail. Very, very few passes on that bottom line as we see very light contact between our top two right there. That will cost Matt a little bit of momentum, allow Ray to get back out and clear. But that has allowed those last other 3 cars to catch right back up to them. Mick, on the other hand here, he's kind of shook off that charge from Walbring, and he's now bringing the race to Strang. Diving it to the inside there on that 33 car. And they make contact.
Oh, no.
Strang going around off the bumper of the 21. Mick with an aggressive move to the inside.
Justin's able to capitalize again.
Let's take a look back here. Huge dive from the 21 going into 3. Just cannot hold it down low enough and makes a light tap and then just can't get off that rear bumper of that 33 car and sends him to that inside wall. Like, you got to imagine Austin is frustrated with that move from Mick.
Yeah, I don't know how Mick was going to be able to make that one stick. He washed up way too much coming out of 4, and it turned him around.
But like you said, Walbring managing to avoid that chaos. Now up to 3rd position behind Ray and Matt Moreau. And Ray Andrews, Justin Walbring, they may or may not be racing in the same room right now. You think there's a little bit of colluding going on between the two of them?
Oh, who knows? I'll have to see.
As we see Mick Olofsson here pulling off on the pit road. You gotta imagine he is pretty frustrated with the way his night's been going too. Strong car led the majority of the first half of the race, but involved in a couple of incidents that he himself has caused. He's on pit road. I don't know if he's trying to fix. I don't believe they have more than one set of tires. Maybe he has damage. He's taking left sides.
He must have taken only rights earlier in the race, trying to save his lefts for later.
I don't know how much of an advantage left side only will be, but I guess we will find out. Mick had nothing to lose. He was going to be starting at the back of this pack anyway. As I think we just heard him blow his motor.
And this night only keeps getting worse for Mick.
This is going to be a night that 21 team is going to want to forget. Absolutely. I'm not sure why that motor just went on that 21 car, but that is a heartbreak for that team. For as fast as that machine was tonight, should have been in contention for the win, to DNFing.
100%. I do know a few years ago there was an old piece of code that gave any car a 1 in 1 million chance of blowing up for no reason. I don't know if it's still in effect, but that could be what happened to Mick.
Well, there's definitely still some level of chance when it comes to iRacing, where there is certain levels of damage that you can do for missing a shift or doing whatever. And who's to say that Mick didn't miss a shift there and over-rev the engine and blow it? That is quite a possibility. With the level of frustration, mistakes tend to happen. Especially with the kind of night that Mick's having with the car that he knows he has.
Green flag.
Oh, and I'm very sorry. We are back green flag racing here. I thought I hit that. But we are back green flag racing here. Matt Moreau to the lead over Ray Andrews on that outside line, but Ray fighting back hard on the inside. Matt kind of washed up going into turn 3, allowing Ray to pull back alongside him. I think that is the hardest we've ever seen a car this race so far, as Strang gets loose going into turn 1. 3 wide for the lead for a millisecond there. Both Strang and Andrews decided better of it, backed out. But that gave Matt Moreau the advantage. He's now by himself out front.
Matt Moreau is running away with this lead, especially as the laps are starting to wind down.
Well, you can't count Matt Moreau out, Ray Andrews out. He was a little bit slower lap time-wise last time just because he was fighting with Strang for position. But now that he is outside by himself, we got Strang and Walbring fight. Oh, Walbring!
Yellow, yellow.
Justin not having the season that he was hoping to have. Walbring was coming in to fight hard, trying to take that last podium position away from Strang. Dove it to the inside, washed up, made contact, and got, ooh, that could be race-ending damage for that 666.
That is a hard hit to the outside wall.
Hard hit right to the nose. You do not want to damage the radiator on any car in iRacing. It will punish you immediately.
Hopefully he's able to get it fixed before the green flag.
No fast repairs in this series, so whatever damage you do to your car, you have to live with.
Very unfortunate for Justin there. He was climbing up the field as cautions kept on coming.
Yeah, it is not what Justin wanted. Last season, we were calling him Mr. Podium. Out of 16 races in the rookie mini stocks, he podiumed 15 of those times. This season, he has just not been having the luck that he had last season.
Very unfortunate for him.
And a lot of the issues he's been having have not been problems of his own happening. Just getting caught up or making a small mistake that snowballed into a bigger issue, just like we saw right here. But right now, if we look in our garage area, Mick Olofsson still on pit road. Justin Walbring definitely going to have heavy damage after that incident. Completely changing the complexion of this race. Matt Moreau out front right now. Ray Andrews in second. Austin Strang having an up and down day, back in third. Tim Ruark definitely showing moments of speed, sitting in fourth. And at this moment, you're not going to finish worse than fourth in this race for these final four cars on track.
If you remember, Tim was one of the last to get new tires, so maybe he's been saving it this time, hoping that a caution would come out.
And he pitted from the lead making that move. Like I said, maybe he was banking on extra cautions happening.
Well, it certainly has paid off. Let's see how this restart goes for him.
Absolutely. The pace car is off. Matt Moreau controlling this field through 3 and 4, coming to the restart zone. Ray Andrews on that outside line. And Ray with a good start on that outside. Washing way high, but taking a bit of a sweeping line through that entry on that outside line. Ray might be able to sneak ahead, and he does. Matt Moreau now having to fend off Austin Strang for second. Ray Andrews out to a clean lead on that restart. Great restart from that 13 car. Strang and Moreau side by side for second. This battling here, though, is allowing Ray to pull away just ever so slightly. Small connection issue there for Matt Moreau. He blinked out just momentarily, but hopefully that is not going to be a major issue with 5 laps remaining, as we got Austin Strang battling for the lead. He's caught up to Ray. Can Andrews hold him back? Strang to the inside, diving down hard. We've definitely not seen any major passing happening on that bottom side. That momentum on the outside line being so important on this track. Ray doing exactly what he needs to do as Strang tries hard, almost washes up into that 13 car. 4 laps to go.
Gonna get down to the wire here. Let's see if Austin or Matt have anything left in the tank.
I don't know. I think all Ray needs to do is hold that outside line, keep hitting his marks, and hope the other cars behind him don't make contact. It has been so hard all night to make a pass happen on the bottom side of this track. And Ray is doing exactly that. He is maintaining that higher line, that midline through the corner. And we see Strang falling back as we come to 2 laps to go. Falling into the clutches of Matt Moreau.
As Strang keeps looking to the inside and it's hurting his momentum on the straight. Matt Moreau might be able to capitalize off of this.
Matt Moreau a little bit slower that time. He's lost momentum, and Strang finding some speed. Almost caught back up to that back bumper to the 13 coming through 3 and 4. Andrews coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go. We are definitely going to see our 3rd different winner in this season on the asphalt side. Ray Andrews has to get through 2 more turns to make it him. Coming off of turn 4, Ray Andrews will win at Lucas Oil Speedway. Austin Strang will hold on for 2nd with Matt Moreau, Tim Ruark. Justin Walbring will be scored 5th. Mick Olson 6th. Kyle Thayer 7th. The last 3 not finishing tonight's event. Up and down. It was an elevator ride of a night all race long. Hunter,
Definitely.
what do you think of that?
I think tonight you really had to play your restarts well. We didn't really see any long run action tonight, so being able to capitalize and have that short run speed in your car was what paid off.
Definitely that, and definitely being on that outside line. The inside can make the restart work, but as soon as you got half a lap in, that outside line started to prevail from what I was looking at.
And I think we saw too many tonight trying to dive low and lose their momentum.
But tonight, Ray Andrews holding on. Austin Strang running pretty strong, and this is his 2nd race in the Rusty Misfits Racing League. He's definitely going to be a threat going forward.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he says in the interview.
Absolutely. Now as we wait for the top 3 to finish up doing what they're doing there. And then we will hopefully bring them into the broadcast booth here for their interviews. Let us bring in our 3rd place finisher here, Matt Moreau. Matt, that was some intense racing going on from the drop of the green flag. What was going on under your helmet there out front of your windshield?
A lot of madness. This will be definitely a fun one to watch. And all the last yellow definitely didn't want to see it. But very fun race from start to finish. Top side is game. Once you get to the top of someone, again, it's game over. So the only way really on the start to take that lead is by getting a better start. If you start even, then top side has the advantage.
There were definitely a lot of yellows tonight. How do you think you were able to play into the restarts? Do you think it helped you or did it hurt you a little bit?
It depends. If I was able to start on the top side, it helped. Like that last one, starting first on the inside. It didn't. Because I was side by side with Ray, and then Austin cleared 4th place, so then he was able to hop to the outside and continue from there. But that's all part of racing.
Well, absolutely, Hunter Matt Merle there. You had a up and down night. You're up front for most of it, but you kind of got caught in a wreck there mid race. Kind of almost a line clearing wreck. Almost everyone caught a piece of that. Did that hurt your car at all, or were you able to continue from that easily enough?
No, it didn't hurt it too bad. I know when I got caught up with Nick there, he took fresh tires. I thought my tires would have been just fine because they're only 20 laps, so I wanted to save the set. And, well, he didn't expect that I needed to brake so soon into the turn. And I didn't expect that he could carry that much speed with new tires. So that's what happened there. But able to get new fresh set of tires and climb our way back up to the front and then falling back to 3rd there at that last restart.
Oh, absolutely, Matt. You definitely ran a heck of a race tonight. You pulled ahead, you fell back, you pulled back up, you finished 3rd. whose name's on that Dodge Avenger of yours there do you want to thank to, help get you where you are now?
Yeah, we'll go through sponsors. I'm just gonna try and get out of my car so I can look at it. But we got Flower City Collision on the hood. Um, we have Gates Towing Service and Fleet, Carnation Restoration, TZ Graphics, Wilbur's U Pullet, um, Stranger Racing, and Mick, whatever Mick's company is, designed this car to mimic my real life machine. Um, and you're right, overall up and down day, but third place, gotta be happy about it because for the longest time ever, I wasn't getting third places. Thought I could get a win there, but at least I'm getting an interview. That's fun.
Well, it was definitely a tight race for the top three there, the last 15 or so laps, and you guys absolutely made it interesting. Thank you for that.
Yeah, this will be a fun one to watch for sure. Thank you guys for broadcasting it. Can't wait to see it.
Absolutely. Congratulations once again, Matt.
Thank you.
All right, let's pull in our second place finisher here, Austin Strang. Austin, that was a bit of an intense race there for you guys, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, we were talking about that right after the end, right where we were sitting on the front straightaway. That was one hell of a race, one hell of a battle, and it was a blast.
Well, you definitely, as we just kind of talked with Matt there, it was a bit of an up and down night for everyone in the field. You had a strong starting position. You kind of fell back a little bit, but then you worked your way back up. What was going through your mind that entire night there especially when you're falling back that little bit?
As I started falling back, I was kind of looking a little bit more at my spotter, trying to figure out if I was having any tire issues, and it looks like I think my right front had a little bit extra camber or something because I was burning through that front way too quickly. But going through my mind was just, how can I get back to these guys and how can I pass them if I'm burning my equipment up?
Well, and you definitely found something to get back up there. You just unfortunately were unable to kind of get up to Ray there and make that final move, but it did not seem that outside line was where you had to pass somebody if they were already on that outside. If you had to go to the bottom on them, you didn't seem to have much for anyone, right?
Yeah, most of the time there were a few cases where if you got just the right run and got the just perfect entry, you can kind of drag race them coming down the straightaway, but they're usually just going to have that little bit more of a run than you do.
Well, definitely. You managed to maintain your position. You took advantage of others' mistakes. There's a whole bunch of there's a bit of action, we'll say. And finished second, Austin. Who do you want to thank for doing so?
I want to thank White Knuckle Setup Shop and Wraps. I want to thank Rogue Energy, Deemed Fit, Blaker Brewing, Admin Box, iRacing iFlag. I know I'm probably missing. Oh, Race to End the Stigma and the Carlos Vieira Foundation, as well as my wife and my family for being so supportive, and all of my other friends that are out there on the world. Thank you, Tom, and thank Rusty Misfits for posting us on, man. It's been a blast.
Well, congratulations once again, Austin. You've been doing great so far. Race number 2 for you in the Rusty Misfits Racing League, and podium every time so far. So good on you for that.
Thank you very much, Tom.
All right.
All good, man.
Alrighty, Hunter. Time to bring the man right now. Ray, you must be on top of the world at this moment. Finally bringing the W home in the Rusty Misfits Racing League. Asphalt mini stocks.
I am just gonna say it like Ric Flair. Woo! I finally did it.
Yeah, you took the lead and ran with it those last couple laps. What was going through your mind there?
All I was thinking was to stay on the top side. I knew that Matt had 4 tires and that last caution was a godsend, is all I can say.
Well, you definitely did what you had to do tonight, Ray. There's a lot of action going on throughout that entire race. You managed to stay out of the majority of the major incidents. I do believe you did catch a little bit of damage earlier on, but it seemed like it must have been minor enough that you were able to continue on and take advantage of others' mistakes.
Yeah, when I went into the pits, I saw there wasn't much time for damage, so I went ahead and just did the 2 tires and dropped her and went, trying to stay on the lead lap. You never know with these short tracks. And oh man, I just can't believe that I got it finally.
Well, in those last few laps, you had a hard charge coming from both Matt Moreau and Austin Strang behind you. What was going through your head when you saw them coming up in that rearview mirror? Or were you even paying attention to that mirror?
After I got out front in that last stint, I stopped looking at the mirror. I just drove my line. I tried to keep it going, keep the momentum up, saw that white flag, and rode home.
You definitely were able to tonight. Once you took that top line, nobody was able to catch up to you. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Like I told a couple of the guys, with everything I've been going through here lately, this is awesome. I needed this win. Really uplifts the spirits and gets me going again.
Well, it definitely does wonders there, Ray. I'm sure, you're a hell of a wheelman to begin with. Sometimes, and a lot of the times in the races we've been watching, you just haven't had the luck go your way, and tonight it absolutely went your way. You ran the line you needed to run. You held where you need to hold. You kept those guys behind you when it counted, Ray. Congratulations on first.
Thank you very much, Tom. I appreciate it.
So,
Hunter, you too.
Ray, I'm sure you didn't do this by yourself. There's got to be a few guys that you want to thank for helping you get to this to this first place finish.
First and foremost, Justin Walbring for the beautiful wrap that's on the car, and Misfit Creations. Everybody at the RMRL, Dean, Mick, you, Hunter, Hunter Lilovich, and a couple other people I want to give a shout out to. Aaron, yeah, all the guys that's been helping me here lately. I appreciate everything you've done for me.
Well, Ray, you go. You celebrate this win. You deserved it. You earned it. You've worked hard towards it. Congratulations once again, and enjoy.
I appreciate it, Tom. Thank you, thank you.
Alrighty, Hunter. That will bring us to the end of this broadcast. What are your closing thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think tonight's race was truly wild. You really couldn't tell who was going to come out on top.
Well, we definitely had a little bit of everything in here. Some good hard racing, some accidents, some mistakes being made, and a good hard charge at the end being held off by our eventual race winner, Ray Andrews, in that 13 car. Ray definitely deserving of that win. He's podiumed a few times, but it's not often we get to talk to him after taking the checkered. So congratulations once again to Ray.
Of course, this has been probably seasons in the making for him.
Absolutely.
Very good to him. Congratulations.
Alrighty. Well, with that being said, we will bring the stream to a close now. I'm Tom Quiring. My fellow commentator here tonight has been Hunter Wellman. He won the race earlier at Knoxville Raceway. You will see him continue to dominate, I'm sure, in the dirt side of things, at least as long as that bounty that may or may not come on your head doesn't incentivize people.
I'm sure it'll come into play.
Well, you're 5 for 5 so far in Season 5. I'm sticking with that because there's some nice alliteration there. But I hope you'll join me in the booth again next week there when we get to the asphalt side if you're not racing. And good luck next week there at Lanier.
I'll try to join in if I can. Thank you, and have a good night, everyone.
All right. So, yeah, like I said, I'm Tom Quiring. We will be back once again next week, February 18th, at Lanier Speedway for the dirt race and the legendary Hickory Motor Speedway for the asphalt race. congratulations to our race winners tonight. Hopefully we see you again next week, and thank you for joining tonight.